Shula Mala says so Einaid Hahog Ibanyo Viazez, my mother and says my vertalita Nametrakla, Alionum Shemre, Hoine, Loyanum Shamis, Radin Shemre, and Tilyad Giminaho, Yoim Mashamesh Layakeko, Virabalo Ladenish, Mahom Karo, Ishmael of Shahadanish Matis Roviaha, Miato Viad Elam. Tzedakah, which hastens the Geula, talking about Geula, month of Tamuz, which is called the Chodesh HaGeula, the month of redemption. Why is it called the Chodesh HaGeula? Because in this month we have Yud Beis Tamuz, Yud Gimel Tamuz, the day where the previous Rebbe was completely freed from his exile, from his imprisonment, was given complete freedom. We'll talk about complete freedom, relatively speaking. Eventually he had to leave from Russia because he couldn't continue to function over there. But this, which was originally supposed to be a death penalty, commuted to 10 years of hard labor, then commuted to 3 years in exile, and then finally complete release, Chodesh HaGeula. We also know that it says that this is the month of the greatest, the most intense heat. Usually, the month of Tammuz is familiar more than anything else with the fast of Shiva Tammuz, the beginning of the mourning period of the destruction of the temple. And as we said last week, we have a whole contradictory events: destruction, redemption, idol worshipping, meaning because the name of Tammuz comes from a Babylonian idol. And why is this a name for a Jewish month, which is becoming halacha? Right? Today in halacha, when we need to write certain halachic documents, we use those names. But herein lies the whole concept. The whole idea of Geula, the whole idea of redemption, is to transform darkness into light. As the Rebbe always says, that the difference between exile and redemption in Hebrew is one letter Aleph. Exile is called Goyla, spelled Gimel Vav Lamed Hey. Redemption is spelled Geula, Gimel Aleph Vav Lamed Hey. The only difference is the letter Aleph. What does that mean? That Geula is not breaking Golus. Geula is transforming Golus. Geula is not destroying Golus. Geula is elevating Golus. In other words, perfecting it, illuminating it, transforming the darkness into light. Tammuz, which is the month that has the greatest intense heat, which represents the greatest godly revelation, indeed, its purpose of this godly revelation, the purpose of this tremendous light is so as to transform the idol, even the idol of Babylon. Even the deepest of clippers, the impurity also has to be transformed in recognizing, in accepting that the light, the heat, the warmth comes from where? From Oir Ein Sof, from the infinite light. By the way, Oir Ein Sof starts with an Aleph, which this is the Aleph that we have to introduce. The Aleph which represents Aleph Chochma Lufa Shel Olam, the master of the universe. It goes on Torah, which is Aleph Chochma, which is also reverse the word Pele, the wonder. In other words, that we can actually transform Klippa into Kedusha. As the Rambam quotes the pasuk, Umola ha'aretz deya es Hashem. The earth, the universe will be filled with godliness. In other words, the universe is a universe. The same universe that prior to this was consumed or enveloped in darkness is going to be filled with the light. And therefore, it is Tamuz. We take an idol worshipping name and we're transforming it into light. Because the word actually Tamuz, as Rashi explains, means heating, a glowing furnace. Not because it's very hot, but because we're heating it up with the word of Hashem. We're heating it up with Torah and mitzvahs. And this is what Geula is all about. And therefore, the closer we come to the time of redemption, we have these celebrations. The redemption, the Yud Beis Tammuz, and this is also Gimel Tammuz, which is a concealment for the purpose of revelation. So Eibishter, make this already Poel Mamish. Let this happen already today, that we should see how the month of Tammuz is actually the complete and final Geula.